Hey guys, hope you're well. And if you are someone who struggles with commitment or manifesting commitment in relationships, then this video is for you. In this video, I will be talking about how to fix these issues, what are the common issues that people face, and what are the big reasons why we actually face these issues while manifesting commitment. And this video is also for people who actually feel that I keep getting into situationships, or I have a pattern of consistently getting into dynamics where the relationship doesn't turn into the full thing that I want. So this video will also be catering to those people. So stay till the end. I will be sharing a lot of points, and these will be common points that I have picked up in my career as a coach, which has been a long time now. And I will be talking about the solutions too. So let's start with the first one, and let's talk about the first topic. Now, if you actually want to gain benefits from this video, I would highly recommend that you actually put yourself in an open place, that you listen to these tips from a mindset that I want to learn from this. Because a lot of times, what happens is we are just not willing to accept that we might be doing something wrong. So even if we click on this video, somewhere we just want that validation that, he will say that I have been doing everything right. Because if I go in the direction that I might be doing it wrong, then I will have to change it. To change it, I might have to accept this issue, or I might have to accept that I am struggling with this, or I'm making poor choices, which makes us feel guilty. So I have been there. I understand this myself. I understand that it comes up very, very often when you have been spending a lot of time into something and someone comes and tells you that, you might be doing this wrong. So it just feels that all this time that I spent towards that is wasted. When it's not wasted, it's just redirected. You are just being redirected into focusing on things that you should be focused on. So it's just you being improved as the journey continues. So let's understand the first point. So the first point why you might be having issues with manifesting commitment is because you don't feel safe being committed. Now, this is a very common issue. This can be stemming from a lot of things. A few points I will be sharing ahead, but the crux of the matter is a lot of times what happens is because of past experiences or experiences through which we have learned, which are second hand experiences. So a second hand experience is basically something that you are not going yourself, like you are not seeing yourself, but you are seeing someone else go through. So if you're seeing maybe movies, books, things like that, or maybe you're seeing a friend who is going through a relationship which is terrible, things like that. So if you are someone who has been seeing a lot of relationships and your conditioning has taught you that being in relationships means a sort of sacrifice, then you will struggle manifesting commitment because a part of your mind doesn't actually feel safe with the idea of it. It doesn't feel safe with you being in a committed relationship because it makes your mind feel that, what, I have heard these things about it. This doesn't feel like a pleasant experience. And if I actually get into it, I don't know how I would deal with it. So might as well manifest or choose or get into this situation where I attract or choose opposite of it. That's where it goes. A good way to fix it is to just genuinely have a conversation with yourself on what are my genuine fears when it comes to relationships, and how can I see which one are actual fears or which one are things that I have learned from the world which I don't resonate with or which I don't want in my life. I will give you an example. So I was talking to one of my clients. She has been in this situation where she was struggling a lot with commitment. But after getting deeper into it, she realized that she had a friend who had a terrible marriage. He got involved with someone, and a few days later, the marriage didn't work out, and there were family issues and a lot of issues in that regard, because of which he had consistently felt unsafe being around uh, relationships because it felt that these things will not work out. So it's a very normal thing that we go through, and a lot of times we don't even realize that we are being part of that conditioning. So just getting out of this would be helpful. The next one, you consistently keep choosing unavailable people. Now, I recently posted a tweet where I said your choices are you pushed out too, and I got a lot of questions on it from people asking me like what did I mean by that. So when we say everything is me pushed out, my choices, the things that I'm choosing in my life, the people that I'm getting attracted to, the things that I'm choosing to get involved in are also choices and reflections of who I am. A particular person will choose a particular situation. I would get attracted to someone totally different than what you would get attracted to. And if you will see many times, you will have a pattern. You will have a kind of people that you would get attracted to. That's not just suddenly formed, that's also based on your conditioning. The kind of things that you crave emotionally in yourself, or maybe some things that you're trying to fix, these are the people that you attract in your life or get attracted to. Because I get this question from a lot of people that, why do I keep attracting unavailable situations? And then when we go deeper, what you will realize is that this person already knew from the start that the people that he or she are getting attracted to are unavailable, but they kept on pursuing this because a part of them only wanted to change something if there was a fight involved in it, if there was drama involved in it. This is very common. A lot of times what happens is, let's say I have been in a relationship where I haven't been treated right, or let's take an example of one of my clients I was talking to. She was bullied when she was younger because of her looks, which eventually made her develop this habit of trying to convince people of her worth. Now, how she did that in this area of her life was consistently choosing relationships and getting attracted to men who were not giving her that attention. And after further analysis, we realized that a big reason why she did that was because she felt that if I could change these men, that would mean that I'm finally worthy. Because men rejected me when I was younger, and if I can now change someone who was unavailable, or now can change someone who has been unavailable in front of me right now, that would give me that validation to believe that I am worthy. So when we go in that direction, we realize that a lot of times it's just us consistently choosing unavailable scenarios. This is a very common thing. A lot of times we just call these patterns, but these patterns are not patterns, they're choices. I think a good idea to start with these things is to, when we make a checklist of what we want, also add the kind of committed dynamic that you want. Like, I understand if you're in a dynamic with a person or the situation turns south, or if there is something that is happening because of which it is not working out. But a lot of times we are just consistently choosing people and going after people who are from the get go telling us that they are not inclined towards that. I'm not telling you to not go after these scenarios and situations. It depends on situation to situation. All I'm telling you is a lot of times that's just a reflection of me actually choosing unavailable people and then saying that commitment is an issue for me. If from the start I'm choosing a losing battle, then why wouldn't it be difficult? The next one, you have self concept issues. So let's take the example of the same girl, right? A big reason why she also had, and I gave this example in two parts because I wanted to explain two different points from this. It's a situation that I know that when we work on it fully and we get out of this, it would be a beautiful end. So she also got into the first relationship that she got into was with someone who was very narcissistic and was actually treating her very, very wrong. And she kept staying in that relationship. You know why she kept staying in that relationship, even if it was hot and cold, even if it was wrong? Because when she was bullied, one, yes, she wanted to change the person, but two, a part of her, because she had been put in that situation where she was not appreciated, not loved in the manner that she should have, she was taught that this is what she deserves. So for everyone else, let's say the starting point is 0, for her the starting point was minus 10. She was consistently accepting this behavior because a part of us thought that this is the best behavior that I can get, because of which she was getting into these scenarios which weren't working out for us. This is why self concept work is important. I have a self concept course you can buy. I have many videos here. A lot of people post a lot of content on self concept. You have ways to get help, but don't escape self concept work. The next one, you're carrying a past script. Now, a lot of times we carry scripts in generations, right? Now these generations can be, let's talk about it in terms of generational wealth. So usually we carry generational wealth for people who have it, and poverty is also usually carried generationally. Once in a while someone comes in the middle who breaks that cycle, right? You can be that person for your family if you are coming from past scripting issues, which means you have seen people being in unhealthy dynamics since you have been younger, which has deteriorated your definition of what relationships are supposed to be, because of which you consistently choose relationships which are giving you this unhealthy sense of lack of commitment, because you are very ignorant to red flags because they don't seem like red flags to you. You have self concept issues and you don't realize what the bar should be, so you have set it very low, because of which you accept unhealthy dynamics for yourself. If you are in this situation, understand and check what are the kind of past relationships you have seen in your family, and are these relationships things that you want to carry on with, or you want for yourself, or you want for your next generation. If not, working on these issues will be very helpful. And the last but not the least is you are impatient. So another habit that I have seen with people, which if you want, I will make a separate video on this. Comment down below if you want a separate video. Is that a lot of times it's just that the relationship is starting and it's starting to develop. But as it is developing, we are in a very early way looking for it to turn into something. Not because we ourselves are ready, but because if it turns into something, we would get that validation that this person is choosing us, and we would get that false sense of security that comes with the title of a relationship. So a lot of times it's nothing wrong that you're doing. It's just that you're very impatient towards the process which has led you into this position. So understand why you want that commitment. What's your reasoning behind it? What are you trying to achieve with that commitment? What's your end goal? Just having this conversation with yourself and going deeper into this would be very helpful. So I hope this video helps, and I hope it helps you get over your fear of commitment and manifest it faster. I will see you guys in the next one.
Thanks for watching. Subscribe and share if you liked the video. The link for my one-on-one coaching, my self-help courses, and my free newsletter are in the description box below.